All right. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today on a regular Monday. All right. Are we live on all
Yeah, we're
platforms?
live, guys.
Okay,
All
awesome.
right.
All right. So, collagen.
Yeah,
as
big
you
time.
Can see.
Let's go.
Do you often find yourself very confused with the choices of collagen out there?
Not often.
Often, no?
No, not often.
There's a lot out there. There's a lot of collagens, and it's confusing on which is best. There's liquid, there's powder, there's different types. So we just kind of wanted to talk about a few things. Dr. Ryan wants to talk a little bit about why his thoughts of collagen have changed over the years. And then we are going to wrap up a big section of it and specifically discuss our Live Goods collagen peptides and what sets ours apart from the others, right? Because there's some very different things. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. It helps us, but it also helps you so you don't miss any of our content. We do these trainings every Monday. We always bring you, an educational topic, and we also do our monthly AUA, which is Ask Us Anything. So you can come to the table with any type of question you have, health and product related. So, and also please comment. Ask questions as we go along. We will answer questions towards the end. So if things pertaining to the topic, please. If not, you guys can always email me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, Dr. Ryan, you explain.
Right.
What is collagen? Give us the ins and
It's
outs.
a protein. And we love protein. We're just a big fan of protein across the board. It's a protein, and it's the most abundant protein in the body. So, it's overlooked very easily. There's 28 different types of collagen. And as you notice, as we talk about today, you'll notice on the bag, it says types 1 and 3. So really type 1 is about 90% of all collagen in the body. And of course, there's so many other types. It really wasn't practical for us from a formulating perspective to even attempt to try to get all the different types in. But you will hear from us today about how we've sort of compensated to improve the formula to make the joint support a very real function of this product.
Right. And like you said, there's 28 different types of collagen. So if you think about it, if you have a product, this is just me personally speaking, if you have a product with several different collagen types, they do make them out there. So you're just getting a little bit of everything. And if you heard Dr. Ryan right, he said about 90% is type 1. So you really want that to be the dominant one. You want that to be a high enough dose, per se, to actually have the therapeutic benefit that it's intended to have. So it's not as much as how many types can we cram into a bag or a product. It's about choosing the right ones for the right reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the other side of that coin, though, that I would say is that make sure that you're getting the collagen in no matter what. I don't really care what types it is. There are some things you need to watch out for, though, to ensure that you're getting something that's high quality, but definitely just consuming collagen, generally speaking, is a good idea, regardless of what it is, because it's a unique amino acids that make up collagen, predominantly glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. Those three are kind of the different ones that are there. So, and what the body does is when you consume collagen, and I think I'm jumping ahead of myself a little bit. Yeah, let's keep going on. Let's keep going with some of the intro stuff, and then I'll dive into that in a minute.
Okay. Well, you basically talked about what it is and the types.
Yeah.
Where does it come from?
Oh, animal sources for the most part. So if you're trying to get it from your diet, it's going to be meat, fish, maybe a little bit of dairy. But it's really kind of in the skin of fish, or if it's in the meat, it's in the connective tissue. So you're looking for that fatty marbleization, fatty tissue inside. That's your collagen.
Right.
That's your collagen. And honestly, most people aren't getting enough. If you are eating fish, you're really not usually eating the skin. And for those meat eaters out there, you're probably getting some, but probably not enough considering how fast we lose it as we age.
Sure. And I always just like to know, one thing with marine collagen, because I know I get several questions about that. So as Ryan said, it's predominantly in the skin, but what else is also predominantly in the skin is toxins too. And we know that unfortunately our oceans are very toxic, and it's a sad thing, but all those toxins go into the skin, right? And then we are supposed to eat the skin to get the collagen benefits. So if you are taking a marine collagen, you want to be worried about that. And also just knowing that not all fish is created equal.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to know what your marine source is. What kind of fish is it? I mean, do you? You don't want it to be a dirty, higher mercury type fish.
Right. There are quite a bit of contaminants to be concerned about, and then watch your farm raised as well. Do you need to take that call if you want to step aside? I don't know if you need to. Okay. Let's see what's next. Let's do signs of decreased collagen. Really, what happens with age? So really, at 50 years old, 25% of your collagen's gone. At 75, you've lost half of your collagen. And what are the signs of collagen? What does it look like? Well, it's the thinning of the skin. It's crepey skin. It's wrinkles. It's brown spots. It's saggy. It's kind of a dehydrated look too, because as you'll learn today, collagen actually plays a significant role with skin hydration as well. So, that rich, plump look is a lot of collagen. That's why, youth is lost on the young with this. But yeah, it is something that we need to kind of fight off, and there's different ways to do so. But that's kind of the general concept. Then you're like, all right, when you hear about the things today, we talk about where else you have collagen in your body, you're going to be like, oh my gosh. So maybe when I'm sitting there and I have high blood pressure, and I'm talking to my doctor about my high blood pressure, because our blood vessels have a lack of sort of elasticity and such. So it gets a little more stiff. Maybe I
actually just had an email today. How do I improve vascular elasticity?
Oh, there you go.
Right?
Yep. That's right. There is joint pain that you're talking about. You have intestinal issues that we're talking about. You have weakened immune response because of the skin barrier, how important our skin organ is for immune support. So all these different things, when you just don't pay attention and you're neglecting the quality of your diet and the foods and amino acids and your collagen intake, then yes, you're compromising yourself in many, many more ways than just hair, skin, and nails.
Right. And that's what most of us think about. When you think of collagen, you almost think it's like a beauty product alone, because that's how it's marketed a lot. We see that in beauty stores and beauty products. They all talk about the collagen. It's all the hair, skin, nails. But that's just what we see on the outside. But, again, what Ryan just reiterated, there's so much that collagen is involved in on the inside for our health and wellness.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, I'd love to hear from you guys. If you could comment, how many of you guys out there have either started taking collagen, really didn't notice much from it, so stopped taking it, or B, just really never started it because maybe you're under the impression it was just a beauty product, an aesthetic product. Maybe you can comment here for me. And the other thing, of course, is it's not just hair, skin, and nails, right? We're talking about teeth, our teeth. We're talking about our bones. It's 30% of the protein in the bone. It's our immune system. It's in our eyes. It's connective tissue, ligaments, cartilage. Gosh, what else? It's our blood vessels.
Yeah,
right?
You said the gut, which is probably the gut lining. So a lot of us talk about that so-called leaky gut. Right. So we want to help the integrity of our gut lining, make it stronger.
Right.
And, collagen is involved there.
But with the skin, talking about the skin again, like 70% of the protein in the skin is collagen. So you have this entire matrix, right? And the extracellular matrix is really what the collagen is forming. That's where we kind of get our structure. We get our exoskeleton, if you will. Like it's really been talked about, like, for being so strong. It gives us so much structural support. They say gram for gram, it's stronger than steel. It's kind of like it's kind of like a body armor in a way to think about. It's so important. But that is more the exterior. And of course, when we start talking about that with aging, and we said with losing, now you're like talking about, like, unfortunately, that's your longevity stuff. That's your mobility. That's your bone mineral density, which we are addressing some bone mineral density issues. We want to help people get better bone support because it's such an under sort of treated area. People wait way too long until they're severely osteoporotic. But collagen surprisingly plays a very significant role in osteoporosis and osteopenia. So for those of you out there that are concerned about bone health, and we all should be, collagen's an important tool.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I don't know if you mentioned, but ours is bovine. We were talking about the different animal sources.
Right.
That's the most dominant form. It's also one of the cleanest because again, we talked about the marine and the toxins that are involved there. We do know that chicken is a heavily, unfortunately, toxic bird.
Yeah.
So hard to source, like super clean. And your bovine source is a cleaner source.
And it more closely resembles humans. We're mammals.
Right.
And so that amino acid sequence or composition is more closely related to humans. So we're not much related to the bird. We're not really much related to the fish. So it does make a lot of sense in that regard. It does come from the skin usually of bovine. So and we focus on grass fed, pasture raised, grass finished. I mean, we really try to source the best and the highest quality. And I felt way more comfortable with bovine than I did any of the others.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's, we talked about what it is. Why do we need to supplement with it?
Right.
Let's jump into ours, because that's the real training today, because there are certain things that set our collagen peptides apart from others. And sometimes I feel like it's an often missed thing because it just appears
to just be
collagen peptides. So I wanted Dr. Ryan to really dig into our 3 patented ingredients in here and how important they are. And I mean, this is just such a powerhouse of a supplement. And to know that for members, it's only $27.95, and for non-members, so retail price is $34.95. And I'm sure if you've taken other collagens out there, you know how expensive they can be. So knowing too that these ingredients Ryan is about to talk about, I mean, it's just unbelievable. It really is an amazing, amazing product.
So
yes.
Yeah. So first things first, I wanted to back up 1 second though, because I always thought collagen was junk. I thought it was super expensive, and I thought, well, the body doesn't use it anyway, right? These big collagen molecules just wouldn't absorb. The stomach would tear it apart, and that kind of was the truth. It was true. And then they started with hydrolyzed, and so they take a large protein and they create smaller peptides with hydrolysis. So that's what we have now. It's really the only way to do it. It's proven that it works very, very well. So these smaller peptides, and really what they are is just smaller segments of a protein. They're amino acids. That's what makes a protein. And so when you consume collagen in peptide form, the gut will break it apart, break up the peptide, and it will absorb these amino acids individually. This is the same for all protein. For dietary protein, when we talk about muscle protein synthesis, same concept. It breaks it down, it absorbs. Now you have circulating amino acids where they circulate and then they get reassembled, and the body uses them to make collagen. And that's kind of the process that we're describing here today. So making sure you're getting those proper amino acids is key. And that, again, that's why I'm emphasizing it so much.
Sure.
The importance of that. All right. So good. Now you know what hydrolyzed peptides are, because that's an important feature of a good collagen. All right. And then the next thing is, we were saying, okay, we know that we wanted to tackle the collagen category and we wanted to bring high quality collagen to market. And that's awesome. We've done that. But we're like, we know that we want to attach this to a joint support and other ancillary benefits, other reasons why taking collagen would also support other body systems, right? And that's why we added these other ingredients. So let's run down them. There are 3 main patented ingredients. That means a company took a dietary ingredient and they did studies on it and they got a patent on it. So they named it their own certain name, but then they also use these a lot of money to perform these trials and studies so that you have evidence based formulating power. So that's kind of where we're at. Let's start with a preflex. A preflex is Boswellia serrata. So you guys might know that as frankincense. It's a powerful, powerful compound. It is native to India. It's been used in Ayurvedic medicine for many, many, many years. The cool thing here is that it is sustainable. It's a botanical, but it's sourced sustainably, which again is very, very powerful stuff. You know, we talk about that a lot. Like we talk about that with the ashwagandha in our greens. Sure. Right. We even have frankincense as one of our essential oils. Yes. You know, so we definitely understand what this means and how important it is to source properly. So, but it's got powerful studies behind it, because it's called a preflex, but at the end of the day, it is just Boswellia serrata. Okay. But it's standardized to the AKBA. So if you look at the way we source ingredients, you'll see standardization, which means you know how much of the so-called active constituent you are getting. That's very important for quality concerns too. So testing is all done. Everything is performed by the company. It's standardized. You know exactly what to expect. So what is it good for? Mostly joint support. Mostly joint support. A lot of studies have been performed. I think there's 11 clinical. There was 7 preclinical and 4 human clinical trials done on this in one ingredient in particular. And no, there's a lot. It was a lot put into this. The coolest thing is that the statistics, the numbers on joint support and mobility, how it got there. But one that jumped out at me was it increased your walking speed by 27%. Okay. So there's a lot of mobility concerns, right? With aging. And that was one of the things that I wanted to focus on, because going back to the types of collagen, we do not have type 2 collagen in this product. Type 2 is really found a lot in cartilage. So people get concerned about joint support. They're lacking type 2. Well, why'd you do that? Well, we explained that, but this is how we made up for it. And I think in a more powerful way. Sure. So that one is a preflex. And let me see if I have any other notes here. So improves flexibility and reduce stiffness by 72%.
We all need that.
That's a lot, right? Improve joint mobility and comfort in 6 months. And I have these studies. I can share these with you, of course. So it mitigates the loss of joint space and it preserves cartilage thickness. So it helps to slow the degradation of the cartilage, right? Because cartilage is always breaking down. So it helps to slow down that process, which again is half the battle. Let's slow down the breakdown and give the body what it needs to build back, to build it strong. So 2 important facets there.
Awesome.
All right, cool. A preflex. The next one is polynol. So polynol is super cool. It's an extract of sugarcane. It's not sugar.
Right.
You get that question a lot.
I get the sugar. Yeah, I get it off because if you'll notice on the back of our bag, it actually has in parentheses it's from sugarcane. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of a kind. I don't see many brands working with polynol right now, but it's super rich in bioactives. It's a phytonutrient. It's very high. It's an antioxidants. It's got some really cool biochemical properties, though. I mean, it inhibits elastase and collagenase. Those are 2 enzymes that break down elastane and collagen. Okay. Again, talking about let's slow down the breakdown, right? So it blocks those enzymes. So that's awesome. It actually, I've talked about this in the past, but it actually works on an enzyme called ACE. So angiotensin converting enzyme, something to do with blood pressure, vasculature, has a lot to do with our arteries and such. So that won't interfere with your blood pressure medication. It shouldn't interfere with your blood pressure management. But it is something that you can see and it has an effect on. So, that's an improvement, right. Which again, you're talking about a natural substance, a natural ingredient, and standardized as well. So you kind of know what you're getting there. Okay. UV protection. So it does have UV protection in the skin, which is good, right? I mean, we do kind of need that, as well as one of the studies showed that it had reduced pigmentation, reduced black spots or dark spots in the skin. Yeah. Which we get.
Hyperpigmentation.
Let's see. Reduces wrinkles and signs of age and hydrates the skin. Hydration is important. It's probably the first thing you'll notice if you start taking collagen. But again, when you take collagen, you take creatine, you take any protein, you take all of the things we talk about, you have to increase your hydration. The cells need water. We're mostly made of water. So guys, work on your hydration. But as you take collagen and you're properly hydrated, you probably will notice your skin has more spring back. It pops back quicker. Has more elasticity, may feel a little more full, maybe a little more hydrated. That's the first thing you'll notice. All right, cool.
We all want that.
Yeah, no, that's all good stuff, right? What is the last one?
Velocitol.
The last one. Oh, Velocitol. So Velocitol is great. So Velocitol is amylopectin and 2 forms of chromium. A lot of benefits here again, but it's really to do with the utilization of protein. So when we talked about like dietary protein, and I'm going to apply the same thing here to the collagen peptides, that you have to be able to absorb them and uptake these amino acids for them to get to where they need to go. And that's exactly what Velocitol does. It helps to increase the absorption and the bioavailability of protein and amino acids. Okay. So yeah, it's very useful in a lot of ways. And it's been shown to really help with muscle protein synthesis and collagen formation. So
I mean, amazing. Like hearing all that information, that's pretty crazy because we already know the powerful benefit of collagen peptides. And then in addition, having those 3 patent ingredients that have significant studies backing it.
So
it's exciting stuff.
And then also we got hyaluronic acid in there, which is a polysaccharide. You guys have probably heard about it for joint support. You will notice skin. You're going to notice one key thing that we did, though. We left out vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is absolutely required for collagen synthesis. So you have to be getting your vitamin C in. We preach vitamin C all the time. If you notice our other products, a lot of them have vitamin C. They're all from acerola cherry now. And you need it. You do need it. So you should try to shoot.
And it doesn't have to be in the bag.
It does not have to be in the bag.
Taking it. So say you're taking our multivitamin, right? You've got vitamin C.
And you need more, though. Like supplements, of course, are great, but you need more natural food sources from your fruit, from your citrus, from your blueberries, from your strawberries.
All those high antioxidant, fruits.
Get your vitamin C in, guys, because you need it. We didn't put it in here because it does have a risk of oxidizing. I've talked a lot about the stability of collagen peptides. And one of the things is I elected to leave the vitamin C out because it possibly could start to oxidize and really kind of spoil the integrity of the collagen. So that's why we left it out. That was a very intentional maneuver. Another thing, that's why it's in powder form, guys. As soon as you mix something in water, it becomes that aqueous solution starts to break down all active ingredients immediately. It starts going to work very, very, very quickly. So be very skeptical of any collagen in water, especially a multi-use container. It's absolutely crazy. There's probably no chance that they've done stability testing, but there's a reason why bulk ingredients, powders, and big pharmaceutical companies use powder for storage and for transports because it's the most stable form. So that's that's the key there. And guys, you are mixing it. Let's do it now. You are mixing it in water before you drink it. So guess what? It is going into solution. So it will have, of course, the so-called benefits of being in solution, which is just an easier absorption. The body doesn't have to break it down. It does not have to digest it before absorbing. So it makes it, obviously easier on the body, but not a huge concern. Either way.
Right.
This is the way to do it. And you'll go ahead.
I will say you'll notice the color. I did see a comment on here from somebody about they love the quality, wish the flavor was improved, but
no flavoring.
This is what it is.
There's no flavoring.
There is nothing added, and we don't want to add anything to make something taste, like a delightful drink. I mean, this is the collagen peptides, and this is the 3 patent ingredients and hyaluronic acid, and it's the polyol that gives it this color.
The polyol gives it that rich in bioflavonoids. Yep, like a tea. And it has a very light aroma, very, very light, and I very much enjoy it. You could put it in hot water, and I'll tell you, it's very relaxing, similar to a tea drink. Here's a comment from Australia. It says, I'm plant-based. I can't use collagen. So then make sure you're getting your vitamin C, make sure you're getting your copper, make sure you're getting your zinc and your manganese. It's very difficult to get collagen in plant-based diet. So you really need to work on those precursors, those antioxidants that can help build your collagen production. That's very, very important. I love the color and I love the taste, guys. I think it's fantastic. It's not flavored. There is no flavoring agent. This is all natural.
And remember, guys, it is a nutritional supplement, right? So it's not supposed to be this. I mean, it's nice to drink something super flavorful, but again, you have to add all this stuff, and you either have to add the sugars or the sugar substitutes or whatever it is to improve flavor. If you've ever had collagen that's not ours, it's typically unflavored. It really has no flavor. Again, the polyol is what adds that little bit of a tea flavor.
Yeah.
But it also mixes well with so many things. Like personally, I mix it with I do 2 scoops a day. I mix it with my protein shake in the morning, and then the later afternoon, I mix it with my Super Red. So it mixes great in anything. I know very many people that put it in their coffee without
you can put it in a
smoothie. Flavor.
You put it in a smoothie or coffee and not even have a thing. So here's another comment that says they just don't like the taste.
Mix it with something.
Mix it with something. Yeah, it's so subtle and light that it won't disturb not something else that you mix it with. It would be, if like you said, if you put it with the reds, you'd taste the reds or the greens. You won't taste the collagen. It's super light. I'm actually surprised that it's such people don't like it. All right. So one thing I always like to recommend is front loading collagen. Collagen has no real downside or negative. The one thing would be a whole collagen, like the non-peptide version, could upset your stomach if you're taking too much of it. I'm recommending 10 to 40 grams a day. So that's really 3 to 4 servings of this a day for the first 90 days. I think you need to front load collagen, get the body loaded. Over time, you can dial it back, but I'm still at 2 to 3 servings a day. I mean, for the price point, for what you're getting, for the quality materials that are in here, you really just can't go wrong, guys. And I absolutely don't say that about many products. There's not many things that I would sit up here and say double or triple what the suggested use is.
Right.
Like very rare. I don't think I've ever said that. So
sure. I personally, I added also to so much. So I make these protein pancakes every week so everybody can just grab and go, our kids and everything in the morning. And I add 3 scoops of our collagen and 3 scoops of our protein to this protein mix that I make. I also, I bake with it. I do know that heating to a certain temperature can degrade some of it, but I'm still getting some of the benefits. I make our homemade ice cream, right? Our homemade protein ice cream with our protein powders, and I put the collagen in there as well. So I am taking separate 2 scoops a day, but in all the other stuff we're eating,
you're getting more. You're getting more. So one thing about the collagen, it is grade A, so it does have the best mixability. It is a little clumpy because it's collagen, right? You can't put just a scoop of gelatin in water, right? Like you'll notice, right? It just doesn't dissolve like that. So having it hydrolyzed obviously improves it. The temperature concern for denaturing the protein is not much of a concern anymore, at least because it's hydrolyzed. Okay. Right. So not a big concern there. You could try heating the water and it'll mix right in. Heat helps. But
I mean, I think this is room temp water and it mixes, just great.
Yep. So now I'm just kind of running down some questions and comments that are coming in here just to make sure we're covering everything, guys.
So like we said, you can check this out on our website. We also have the information on there about the 3 patent ingredients if you kind of forgot everything. We do give a rundown of it. You can also email and ask for specific studies if you want, if you're trying to learn to help others. I saw a comment that someone saying they love ours, but they need to also learn more about it to help promote it to others. So totally understand that. So livegood.com. Check it out. Like I said, $27.95 for members. And if you're new and you don't know what the membership is, it's $9.95 a month, which if you're buying more than a product a month, you are saving. And if you just want to do retail, it's not that much more, $34.95 retail price. And that's 30 servings. So, I mean, again, it's crazy.
Thank you for this comment, Mike. I wasn't sure, and I do think this is true. I think there's quite a few, probably mostly men that out there that would just be like, yeah, I'm more of a beauty aesthetic thing, really not for me. So
my wife takes
so here's Barbara too. Thought it was a beauty product. It's not.
I mean, it is, but it's not just a beauty product.
Exactly.
I mean, it's involved so much, again, hair, skin, nails, but it's so much more, so much more.
If you combine this with proper hydration and the electrolytes, the hydration sticks in the morning, I mean, I'm telling you, yeah, it's a good combo. It's a good combo. And the fish oil, the factor 4. So with people with joint pain and some of the mobility issues, there's so many things, so many good things you can do for your body. So many good things.
And for affordable prices, guys, that's what we're about. Quality and affordability.
Yeah,
a lot of this, everybody's saying they're taking.
Yeah, they're taking it with this, or they've never tried it because they thought it was a beauty product. Yeah, totally. Great with our coffee. Here's another comment. Great with our coffee. Thanks, AJ. I agree.
I feel like when guys start taking it, one of the first things that they do notice is their nails, because it's not something that guys typically focus on, but you'll notice like you might be having to cut your nails more. Whereas, females, we tend to want the growth, but that's typically what guys first notice.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you take it daily, at least once a day, and I'm suggesting more. And I think you could taper back to it, whatever. Like I said.
Load and back.
Can it help? So I think Tristan's trying to say, can it help with heel joints and ligament sport injuries? Yeah, I mean, I feel like we kind of hit that hard today. The benefits and what it does for cartilage and ligaments. It's connective tissue, the extracellular matrix, the stuff that surrounds your cell and gives you structure.
And also, I mean, if you just had say surgery, right, and you're healing a wound,
time.
Right? I mean,
big time. Wound healing is huge. Surgical interventions, you absolutely need to be using collagen before, during, and after. Like there's no reason to stop collagen intake. I know a lot of people stop all supplements when they're getting ready for surgery, but I seriously I don't recommend that. But then again, I'm not your surgeon. Yeah, most of the collagen supplements haven't moved the needle. I hate to say it, but they just don't offer much. When you look at the label, I'm like, I'm just not impressed. I mean, usually a lack of transparency or some weird questionable sourcing.
Right.
Like,
right.
You
or if it's a liquid form and it tastes delightful, then you look at like what's added to it.
Right.
You have preservatives and sweeteners and, things that are not necessary when, again, like Ryan said, the most stable form is powder. You mix it in a solution, and it can be any solution. Like
hi, Sarah, WPB. I wonder, does that mean West Palm Beach? Hello from Palm Beach County. That's awesome. I use liquid Manetti. Look, how digestible? Extremely. The most superior form, I'd say, because it's in powder, mixes in water. You ingest similar to your liquid concept, but more stability. So you're getting the potency, which is what's really important to me. Sorry about that, guys. That's what's really important to me, is to know that you're getting what we say is on this label.
Right. And I just saw someone say they're on their first bag, so too soon to notice a difference. Definitely too soon. I mean, not everything we notice right away. Yeah. Your body takes time to absorb everything, to understand what it is, and then what it's doing. Like say it's growing your hair. It takes time for the growth. It's not just all of a sudden, boom, my hair's longer or my nails are stronger. It takes time. A number of these studies are conducted over a period of time too, right? Like you can reference, like here's one that says, well, this is the shortest one, but 30 days to see a 56% reduction in pain scores. That was talking about the Preflex. Here's another one that was talking about improved joint mobility and comfort in 6 months. So we're looking at 180 days. I mean, that's usually what you would see. I mean, I always say with anything that you're doing new, wait at least 3 months before even trying to assess change. I agree. Now, there are some things that we might notice like right away. Like if you're deficient in magnesium and you start taking it, you might notice some of those like benefits of like sleep and stuff like that, or elimination of your headaches. But most of the time, give it 3 months. That same thing when you say you start a new diet or a new exercise program or whatever it is, before you start getting frustrated that you're not noticing change, wait, just don't even check anything until 3 months of doing something consistently, and then start to evaluate.
Sure. Yeah.
That's my rule of thumb.
Well, you see that a lot in pharma too. They want you to follow up after 3 months because you started to change the dose on your statin drug or something, right?
They're not going to recheck your blood in 2 weeks. You know, it's
how many grams do we need daily by Alberto? I'd say 10 to 40 grams a day. I know it's quite a range, but 1 to 4 scoops. If your stomach tolerates it, I would do 3 to 4 scoops a day for the first 90 days, and then go back to 2 scoops a day. That's kind of what I'm doing. And you heard.
I just had a quick question. I saw, why can't we get this in Australia? We are not allowed to, per custom regulations, we are not allowed to ship bovine products from the U.S. to Australia.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, so that goes for our.
But yet Polynol comes from you guys in Australia, so thank you very much for Polynol. Yeah. Thank you. That's a bummer.
And the bovine is New Zealand. Yeah, so our bovine is sourced from New Zealand.
Okay,
grass finished.
Avocado twice a day, every day. Nice, good job, Rowana. That's awesome. Or Roxana, sorry.
Yeah, so I mean, good stuff. So again, our goal today was to just educate you mostly on our Live Good supplement, not debunking all these other ones, but highlighting why we did what we did and what Dr. Ryan has put in addition to just the collagen peptides to make this product so well-rounded and superior. And again, for the price. I mean, I just feel like, I don't know if you haven't done collagen, and just start looking up collagen and start seeing the prices. I mean, some of these is like $100 a month, $99 a month for like these.
It's insane. It's a complete waste of your money. Oh, it's not a complete. Okay,
no,
whatever.
It's not a waste of your money,
it's
but
just too much, too expensive.
It's way too expensive.
Yeah, it's way too expensive.
Somebody else is benefiting somewhere else.
Thank you guys for all the comments. I honestly can't get through them all. You're coming in faster than I can scroll. So I think we'll end it. I'm pretty sure we covered.
It's been over 30 minutes, which we try to keep it short.
We do try to keep it short.
And if there's any further questions, guys, email me, lisa@livegood.com. If it's specifically for Dr. Ryan, don't worry. Email me. I'll pass it on. I know where he lives.
We talked about everything, man.
Yeah, you covered it all. You did good.
Quick, 30 minutes. Boom.
Okay.
Guys, thanks so much for tuning.
Yeah, remember, follow us, subscribe, like, comment. We love it all. Again, it helps us, but it also helps you. And check out our website, livegood.com. You can see all the products that we have in addition to the collagen. But again, you can learn or read more about what we've added into our collagen peptides on our website. You can even cut or copy and paste the information to help share with others. So
good for joints with no cartilage. Yeah, because there's still an extracellular matrix around your cells. There's still tendons. There's still ligaments, even if you're bone on bone. Absolutely.
You're still going.
You're still going. I'm still going.
You're still going.
Can't stop. Won't stop. All right, you guys rock. Have a great day. See you next time.
Thank you guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.